I'm a marketer. You are a marketer. You guys know that? You sure? Because some of you guys think you're supposed to chase down people at the mall, don't you? I've heard from, I don't know how many people this weekend, I don't really want to be the one that bugs people. Well, why are you thinking that? Think like a marketer. Think like the president and CEO of a company. There's only 4 steps to marketing. Online, offline, inline, upline, downline, sideline. I don't care. There's only 4 steps. So when I show you the 4 steps, somebody goes, I don't have a computer. Can you do what I'm about to show you? Yes. Somebody says, I have AirBook Pro, because I'm a fancy-dancy Mac person right now. Can you do what I'm about to show you? Yeah. If you know how to send an email, can you do what I'm about to show you? Yes. It doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum. The concept is the same. And what I want you always to do is strive to learn a concept, because once you understand the concept and the thought process, you can add technology to make it go faster. Does that make sense? Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys do meetings, like local meetings, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or anything like that? Okay. Which would you rather have in the room? 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, or 5,000 people? 5,000 people. Why? Because there's more what? There's more guests, more presentations, more people signed. More leverage. Everybody understand that? So aren't you always looking to build your local group so that when you come in to present, there's going to be more people in the chairs? Right. This has existed in network marketing forever. Wow, the wedding's next door. We could blow this off and crush the wedding. Okay. This is always, do you all agree that this has always existed? So if I teach you something that helps you gain more leverage and make more presentations to more guests, whether it's online or offline, is it the same process? Am I teaching you any weird funkadoo thing? It's the same process. And I'm going to remind you again, if you will just do that which you already know how to do, I promise you will get what you want. You know, before when I was thanking people, I neglected, because I don't know if Chris and Josephine were in the room. How many years ago did networking time start? How many years ago? 10 years ago. Yeah, I remember. I have the inaugural issue sitting on my bookshelf, and I remember exactly when it happened. And I didn't acknowledge you, and I'm so sorry, because you guys have been very, very, very influential upline before that, and all of it. It's I can't say enough. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to tell you about Uncle Harry. I'm going too slow. Okay, imagine, I want to take somebody's blank piece of paper. Anybody ever have a relative come in from out of town to the airport? Okay. Imagine you got an Uncle Harry. Okay. Uncle Harry. And your mom calls you up. Can I use you, Carla? Okay. You don't have to get up. No. Your mom calls you up and goes, Carla, listen, honey, you have this uncle. He's from California, and you've never met him before, but he's really great. His name is Uncle Harry. I want you to run down to the airport. Where do you live? In Orlando? Oh, okay, here. Well, you got a big airport. I want you to run down to the airport. He's coming in later on today. Go get him. Well, you'll know who he is. I know you haven't seen him, and last time he saw you, you were 4, but you'll know him when you see him. Go ahead. Go down the airport. So here's Carla, and she's going, Uncle Harry? You know the limo guys? You ever have, by the way, if you have not had that experience of getting off your plane and having a limo guy standing there with your name, I'm telling you, pay for it, it's worth it. It's just so cool. It's so cool. Can I take that for you, ma'am? Yes, you can. Okay. So she's down there, Carla's going, Uncle Harry? Uncle Harry? Excuse me, are you Uncle Harry? No, okay. Are you Uncle Harry? No, okay. You look like you could be related. Are you Uncle Harry? No. Uncle Harry? You're not Uncle Harry either, are you? Okay. Can you imagine that? Now, if you really want to get funky, go down to Atlanta or Chicago, because then you really get lost, okay? Now, if your mom said to you, Uncle Harry's coming in at 3:55 p.m., United Flight 1522, he's coming in from New York, be there to pick him up. Could you stand right where the people come out through security, you have a little sign, Uncle Harry, and he comes out and he's like, oh my God, Carla, I haven't seen you since you were a baby. And he runs over and he gives you a big hug and a kiss, and he's so happy to see you, even though you don't even know him. Can you guys see that? That's what we call a message to market match. You want to write that down. Message to market match. This is some fancy dancy marketing stuff I told you I was going to teach you. Now, again, always follow your upline, their guidance, their mentorship. But one of the things that's always driven me a little kooky crazy is, who's the product for? Everybody. Who's the opportunity for? Everybody. How do you find people? Go down and talk to them. It's not working. Talk to more people. Have you seen that out there? Now, I know you don't get told that, and I'm not poking fun at anything because it really is what you have to do. But I figured out a long time ago that if I specifically targeted a group of people and I made it so that they could find me easily, they just show up and they literally would feel like they knew me. They'd hug me and kiss me and give me all their money. See, this is a Sadhu crowd, because usually when you go give me all their money, they get excited. How about they give you some of their money? Does that feel better? Safer? So I want you to start to figure out, who do you want on your team? Who is your best prospect? I promise you, if I were to go down the road, if we had time, and I asked you and quizzed you, it would be different for every single person in this room. Yet you're doing nothing to specifically, I shouldn't say, I don't know all your businesses, but many people are doing absolutely nothing to target the right people. So therefore, they're very frustrated, and they're feeling really bad. And you don't have to do that. It's like giving blood one drop at a time, and every time you hear that no, it kills you. And it's also an uphill battle. So we're not going to have time to cover every single thing about this, but message to market match when you're getting in front of the right people. Hey, by the way, if I sell tutus, should I go down to the baseball stadium to see if anyone wants to buy? I got pink tutus, I got blue tutus, I got purple tutus. And everybody's coming out of the baseball stadium. And they're looking at me like I'm insane. You don't want a tutu? Come on, I got tutus. Why would I do that? I'm going to get a lot of rejection, won't I? So that's just a basic marketing concept. And now I want to give you a physics lesson. Who wants to play? Maren, come here. Maren's always good to play. Maren, so you come into the furniture store. What are you looking for at the furniture store? What would you like to buy? A leather couch. Okay. You walk in. I'm the salesperson. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like a leather couch.
Okay. Well, let me show you over here. Hey, listen, we have some bedroom sets, and we have some this. Oh, no? Okay. Did you want to just look?
I just want a leather couch.
Okay. Well, let me bring you over to leather couches.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what most people do, as soon as you say, hi, can I help you, what do most people do, except I shouldn't have picked Maren because she's extra
Why
funny.
are you clinging to me?
Because I like you best.
Oh, okay.
What do most people say? Hi, can I help you? What do they say? Just looking.
Yeah.
No thanks,
Yeah.
right?
You're right.
Go sit down. You ruined my
Already love
example.
her.
You ruined
See,
my example. Everybody hear from Maren. All right. Most people will naturally go, you call somebody up and you go, hi, I understand you were interested in a home-based business. We have an exciting training program that might be suitable for you. Do you have a few minutes to talk right now? No, I'm busy, I'm this. Now, somebody's going, I would never use that script because you give them the chance to say no. I know, guys, it's an example. Guys, back in the day, our ancestors lived in caves and huts and teepees and all kinds of places. And when they would hear noise outside of their dwelling, they'd hear rustle, 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 rustle. What did they think it was? An animal. Could be a dangerous animal, right? And if they heard big crunching, or if you were walking in the woods and you were a hunter-gatherer and you heard kind of got scared, right? This is called a predator, okay? Like that. Okay, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. So if a predator is coming to get you, what do? Run or hide, right? What do people do? You think a bear's coming to get you, that sucker's coming. Now those of you that are naturalists know that if a bear's coming to get you, you should stand perfectly still. But everybody else would freak out and run. Guys, we are genetically coded to believe that if somebody's coming towards us, that there's a predator coming. Okay, now we live in condos and houses and apartments and this and that, and there's not that many bears outside. But we are genetically coded, period. If I get too close to you, what are you going to do? Period. You can argue with me all day, but it's true. So of course you learn prospecting techniques that cause the person to not think you're a predator. And when I started in business, I was a big fat chicken. Okay, you guys saw my picture before. I was not exactly out strolling the streets, walking up to people and shaking hands. I was lucky if I left the house that day. I mean, I'll be frank, I was lucky if I took a shower that day. Truth. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been there. So I was afraid. I was afraid of some of the processes I was being told to do. And again, I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand, but I know there's people in the room right now that are afraid. And I started to devise ways to still get my presentations in without having to do the thing that caused me terror, which was approaching people. And I started to realize that there are millions of businesses around the world that do exactly what I'm about to teach you. You can add this into your business. You can add it in. You can still continue to prospect exactly the way you are, but add this process in that I show you. It will make a big difference. You also can learn some different marketing methods that will bring the people towards you. See, I couldn't go to the people, but if they came to me, I was fine. Okay, guys, if I'm walking around with a button talking about losing weight, okay, look at me. Look at me. I'm not skinny, okay? But yet you wouldn't know that I have lost over 100 pounds. I gained a little bit back, 120 pounds. Thank you. So you wouldn't know that, right? You would instantly prejudge me. Wouldn't you? Let's be real. So if I'm walking around with a button or something on so that I can approach you, and you're looking at me going, yeah, I'll go buy weight loss from you, right? You have no idea that I lost 70 pounds in 6 months. You have no idea that I got off of medications and all this other stuff. No clue. So to me, that was terrifying. Yet, if I figured out a way to get them to come to me, how quickly could I share the story? I lost 70 pounds in 6 months. Da-da-da-da-da. You just take 2 shakes a day, tablets 3 times a day, eat a meal, just cut back, and boom. Some of you guys know where I came from. Very easy for me to do. And here's the Uncle Harry lesson. If I targeted women that specifically only wanted to lose 50 pounds or more, who thought that when they saw somebody who was slim and trim and athletic that they were Barbie dolls and we weren't like them, how much did those people relate to me? A lot. So I instantly thank you, Charlize. Charlize is back there telling me, hurry up, hurry up. So do you understand that message to market match? If somebody came toward, if I went towards people, 1, I was scared, 2, they were prejudging me. If the people came towards me and they were the right market for me, see, if you weigh 300 pounds and you see a woman that lost 90, she looks pretty great. If you're a, ex-cheerleader who's now, 42, who's, runs marathons, I look like, enough said. See how I shifted everything? And you can too. Guys, I'm looking for people that are looking for me. I'm looking for people that are looking for me. I'm not looking for anybody else. I'm looking for people that are looking for me. And here's another one of the philosophies that my mentor Joe gave me. I am a walking reward for 10,000 people. Now, I am not a walking salesperson for 10,000 people. I am a walking reward. I came here today to be a walking reward for you, to help you, to lift you up, to give you new ideas, to hopefully inspire you, to give you some confidence, to go out there and hit it in your way. But there's somebody in the room that don't like me. She's loud, she's this, she's that. Who does she think she is? I can't believe she came to this meeting and she talked about these other things. I'm not one of their people. They're not one of my people. I only said 10,000. All right, now if you're Paula or Donna, they have like 500,000 or 10 million zillion, or Margie, I think Margie has like 4 zillion people. So she graduated, she's a walking reward for 7 zillion people. Okay, but can you guys start with 10,000? Do you get that not everybody's for you? See, I just figured out how to do it without the rejection, so I didn't have to hear the nasty stuff, and I didn't have to have people be mean to me, because I don't like when people in, they're mean to me. Be sad. Anyway. With that said, believe it or not, we have 20 minutes left. 20 minutes and you get to go eat. Are you starving? Are you dying? She's chilly. Somebody make her warm. Okay. There's only 4 processes. There's only 4 processes. There's only 4 processes. This is easy. You can complicate it if you want. I need a blog. No, you don't. Can you fit the blog into what I'm about to teach you? Yes. You don't know what a blog is? Forget I said anything. Okay? For those of you that are Facebook freaks in the back of the room, if you've spent any time at all thinking about iframes and I need to worry about iframes for my fan page, you're crazy, okay? Here we go. Oh, and let me say one other thing that Tom said, and I can't reiterate it enough. Spend more time knowing about people. Know people. If you know people, you will always make money in this business. If you spend money trying to learn how to build internet websites and junk, guess what? How many of you own a phone, and you have it in your purse or pocket, that just a year and a half ago wouldn't have even been technologically possible? Anybody got an iPhone? Can you even imagine having had an iPhone 5 years ago? What they do? Anybody have a computer that wasn't possible 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Guess what? I'm a streaming video multimedia queen on the internet. Streaming video has only been available for a couple of years because none of you had high-speed internet. And there's still millions of people across America that don't. If you focus on technology and you get caught up in it, it's going to change. Technology will always change, and now in this day and age, it will change faster and faster and faster. You won't be able to blink. It'll change. Very, very soon, everybody will have a computer in their pocket. It's happening already. It's spreading. Within 2 years, it will be done. If you focus on human nature and studying and understanding human beings, you will be golden forever. Because if the internet dies tomorrow, you will still function and have a business. If the newspaper you advertise in dies tomorrow, you will still have a business. If your lead source, you're buying leads from a company and they go out of business, but you understand people, you will still have a business. If your company, God forbid, should have financial problems or something should happen, you will still have a business. Does that make sense? Okay. First, C. By the way, I did this in purple to honor my purple ladies in the back, who probably will use the duct tape on me when I'm done. So, collect. First C, collect. We are collecting the identities and information of people. How many of you have collected business cards this weekend? You have, right? How many of you collect phone numbers from people? Some of you guys purchase leads, so you're collecting by having somebody else doing the collecting for you. Some of you guys generate leads on the internet. You're collecting that way. Collecting's been around forever. Make sense? What are some of the ways that people collect? Somebody tell me, how do you collect the identities of people? Steal them? Right? You collect cards, you meet people, and you get their number. Some of you guys have even been as wild as cold calling in the phone book. Okay? You buy mailing lists, labels. For those of us that are more internet-based, we're putting out information, what we call content. On the internet, content is a written piece, an audio, or a video piece that shares some information. So somebody like me, I publish content. Jackie Elmer, sitting in the back of the room, has been publishing content for years. Networking Times is a publication that's full of content. Do you think anybody ever gets attracted to somebody, they read a Donna Johnson article, and it moves them, and they're attracted and they go hunt her down? It's because she published content. Can you put content in your local newspaper? Can you submit a press release to your newspaper? Okay? So we're collecting people in all different ways. We want to have 3 to 5 collection methods. Some of you guys do flyers and hot pockets and pull tabs. Any of you guys into that old school fun stuff? Anybody ever hung a sign on the side of the road on a pole? That used to be my hobby, 2 o'clock in the morning, hanging signs on poles. I put my kids in their feety pajamas and we'd go for ice cream. They'd fall asleep in the back seat and we'd hang up signs. Back before they outlawed it. I was breaking the law, breaking the law. Collect. Does everybody understand what collect is? Do you already know how to do this? Thinking, maybe. Do you know how to do it? Can you add more ways to do it? Okay? But you got to collect. Any day that goes by that you didn't collect someone, you got a problem. Think about it, how many days went by this month and you didn't collect people. Now, some people, their style is they prospect people, they go out and they talk to people. My style is I collect their information. I'm like a little pack rat. I collect their information. Collect their information. I'll explain why in a minute. The next one. Actually, I'm messing these up. See, Jackie, I'm nervous, Jackie, man. I don't know why. Freaking out. You know what? It's because the guys from Better Network are here and they're staring me down. No, I'm kidding. Guys, those guys back there, Dan and Andrew, are from betternetworker.com. They're an online community for those of you that do the online stuff. They're amazing men, and they specialize in letting network marketers share their content on the internet. And I'm very excited that these gentlemen attended. One, because they're 2 young, good-looking guys, and it's dangerous coming in a room with all these women. But 2, they're consummate professionals, and you know, I can't thank them enough for everything that they've done for my folks. So, collecting is putting your stuff out. Capturing is getting their identity. So let me clarify that because I'm nervous. Collecting is putting your stuff out. Putting your stuff out. And capturing, so collecting could be as easy. I keep using you. I got to use somebody down here. Can I use you? Can I participate with you? Am I scaring you? No. Okay, collecting could be, hey, and we start having a conversation. I mean, capture. I'm making this hard for Jody. I'm sorry, Jody, I keep moving. Hi, everybody on the internet. I love you. Okay. Collecting could be starting a conversation. Capturing is getting their number. Does that make sense? Collecting is meeting someone, having a conversation. Capturing is getting their number. Or collecting is putting my video on the internet. And capturing is when somebody visits my website and they put in their name and email. Collecting is putting out your little flyers or hot pockets or whatever method you're using. And capturing is when they call your voicemail and go, hi, I'm interested in working from home. Everybody follow? You have to yell at me if you don't, because I get really wild. Good? I like your hat. So, collecting and capturing. Communicating. Here's where the big work comes. Communicating. How many different ways can you communicate? What you've done is if you collected and captured, you have a database. How many of you guys have a Rolodex of all the people you've talked to over the years? Or a computerized database, right? You have a database. Now, communicating is basically following up with them. Communicating could be sending out emails. You have something that's called an autoresponder. On the internet, we use a tool called an autoresponder. How many of you guys have ever put in your name and email and now you get letters from Macy's telling you there's a one-day sale? Right? That's an autoresponder. You think the guy's sitting at Macy's typing to every one of you? Hey, there's a sale Thursday. Okay. So communicating. Does anybody in the room have the fabulously incredible skill? No, I don't like that. Put it away. Fabulously incredible skill of mailing a postcard. Nowadays, it's like really cool. You don't even have to lick the stamps. They do it for you. So if you think I don't know how to do the internet and this and that, could you mail postcards to your database? Could you call people on your database? Could you email people on your database? You're giving them information. You're promoting. You're letting them know what's going on. I'm going to pull all this together, so if you're a little confused, it's all right. The last one is close. Close. So it's collect. I'm attracting them. Capture. I'm getting their identity. Communicate. I'm sending out information to them. And closing is when they finally decide to join me. Okay, you're already doing this. Is everybody already doing this? It's not hard to understand. But here's where I'm going to show you how you can accelerate it. If you would only do what you already know how to do, you'd get what you want. This was taught to me by my mentor. It changed my life. How many of you guys have met someone and on the first approach, first presentation, you've gone in for the close and they violently rejected you? Come on, admit it. You've never had anybody say, no way, Jose, what are you, crazy? Is this a pyramid scam? Is this, is this that? Okay. You're trying to get their money. You're trying to get them to sign up. You're trying to sell them something. It failed. It didn't work. And I understand there's ratios and all that stuff that you've all been taught, and yeah, 1 in 3, 1 in 5, whatever your ratios are. But I learned a long time ago, I don't beg people for their money. I beg them for their what? Exactly. I beg them for their time. See, if I have a great little website or something, or a newsletter, or a voice shot system or something, and I say, 12-year industry veteran teaches you every week tips on how to make money from home. Can I build a list of people that would like to every week get my tips on how to? Guess what all of you have in front of you? You have a little card, or they may not have come out yet, where I'm going to give you tips and different things on how to build your business from home. Now, if I said, hey, can y'all sign up for something and buy something from me? A bunch of you are going to walk out because you're hungry and you want to go to dinner, right? I got this or I got that, I'm going to sell it to you. Who wants to buy it? And maybe a certain percentage, if I'm good, if I'm slick, will buy it. But the rest of you are going to go, man, I hope there's not a line at the restaurant. Man, my feet are killing me. It's freezing in that room. You're gone. But if I capture your identity, some of them are going to go, I'm not putting my name in her website now because she's capturing me. But if I capture your identity, how many times do I get to talk to you about what I do? By the way, those of you that don't train with me yet, the answer is a lot. The answer to everything that's a lot is a lot. I can talk to you over and over and over and over again. Did I go roar like the big bear? No. I'm your friend because I'm helping you out. Helping you out. You see, you guys are all busy going, roar, sign up, give me all your money. And I'm going, let me give you tips on how I got off 4 medications, if that's your product result. Or let me give you tips on how I learned to make $500 a month from home. You looking for a part-time income? I've learned how to make $500 a month. Can I send you an email once a week and give you some ideas? How long will they stay with you? If you're relevant to what their situation is, they'll stay with you for a long time. See, I want to keep somebody with me as long as humanly possible, until they hate me or they pay me. You should write that down. Until they hate me or they pay me. The right message in front of the right market opens the vault. The right message in front of the right market opens the vault. Guys, have you ever seen stuff like this? My local supermarket, Stop and Shop, I don't know what you guys got. You got Albertsons or whatever you guys got. Anybody have a key ring full of those silly little cards? Anybody have those? I got like 40 of them on my key ring. Staples Rewards, anybody scan their little thing every time you make photocopies or whatever? Anybody ever order something online, then you get emails from them every 4 minutes? Anybody ever get a catalog, LOB, whatever? Let me strike emotion in the hearts of those of you that are of my age or above. Does anybody remember the Wish book that we all sat and hung on to it would come in October, just at the right time, and we would sit. What they did was they collected your identity down at the store, or you called them for it. They captured you, they got your address, they communicated with you by sending you the book, or the other companies send you emails, or they give you coupons at the register that make you come back again 3 days later because it's going to expire. I have $3 off. No, Charlize, stop it. She's the mean timekeeper back there. I'm kidding. She's beautiful. They've been doing this to you your whole life. How many of you sat and read the Sears catalog day, night, and in between, circling everything you wanted, showing your mother, and begging and praying as you laid your head on the pillow at night? Dear God, it's on page 59 of the Sears catalog. I've circled it in purple and pink. If it's not available, please, please. You already know this. Did I tell you that you already know this? Right? Guys, money's all around you. You just can't see it. If you would shift and add databasing your prospects and collecting and capturing, and you would stop trying to get them and you would start trying to draw them towards you. Again, never abandoning what you're doing on a daily basis. If you're calling leads or whatever you're doing, keep doing it. But what if you call the lead? I keep talking to you guys. I'm tired of you guys. I come and talk to you guys. Is that okay? What if I called you, Julie, and I said, yeah, I am from it. No, I'm on camera. Julie, what if I called you and I said, hey, Julie, I know you were looking for a home business, and I have a training newsletter. I send out tips every week. I've been in business for 12 years. Would that help you out at all? Okay, great. I'm going to put your name and email in, and you're going to get an email when you get it. Just click confirm. You'll get my newsletter every week. Isn't that crazy? And yet, isn't it simple? And yet, if you're selling health and wellness, could you give weight loss tips, health tips, this tips, that tips? Could you run ads, for those of you that run ads, when you're looking for people, instead of trying to get them and present to them right away, you use different media to communicate with them so they feel like they know you? Do you know why we all feel like we know each other, a bunch of us that have met online? Because we all seen each other on video, and we've seen the pictures, and we know each other's kids, and we know how old, and why do I know how old Jackie's kids are? Isn't that weird? She lives across the country from me. I've never met her before, yet I know her like a sister. It's because of the databasing and because of the media. Very simple. How did I learn all this stuff? Okay, this is like the big end, because I was going to show you websites and stuff, but I ran my mouth too long. Listen. Nobody in this room will ever admit that they've lived with a bug in their house, but I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and I don't care how clean you are, I don't care what you do, you can scrub all day long. If your next door neighbor has bugs, you got bugs. Okay, that is a cockroach. And I call this cockroach marketing. I do extensive training on this. Every time you hit a wall, most people go, I can't do it, I don't know how to make the website, and I can't do it, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. A cockroach goes above, under, around, or through. There's never a problem. If my computer crashed today, I'd go above, under, around, or through. If the mic didn't work, I'd go above, under, around, or through. I was at a meeting once, 2,000 people, the whole sound system went down. Guest speaker happened to have a megaphone in his car, and they did a 2,000-person meeting by megaphone. One of the best meetings I've ever been to in my life, because you had to listen and you were on the edge of your seat. They could have gone, meeting's canceled. You have to think like a cockroach, and every time you hit something. See, for me, I was scared of what they told me to do. But I knew I had to get the people, I knew I had to present to the people, I knew I had to sign people. So I just went and did it a different way. Same thing, because I was a cockroach. My nickname's a digital dingbat. I don't know how to run my computer. I can barely type. I'm all over the internet. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Because I think like a cockroach. Guys, write this down, especially if you're not technical. I am on a need-to-know basis. I'm on a need-to-know basis. If you don't need to know it, you don't need to know it. Do you need to know how to build and install a WordPress blog right now? Some of you do, but most of you don't. If you don't need to know it, don't worry about it. So every time something hits me that I can't figure out, I ask myself, do I need to know this? And if the answer is no, I get rid of the distraction. Does that make sense? How many of you guys have lost weeks, months, and sometimes years on trying to learn something that you didn't need to know? Scary, isn't it? Okay, I was going to take you live, but we don't have time. Let me quick show you a little, we don't have a mic, but this is one of my guys, Wes. And you can't hear him, but he's saying good things about me. Wes is one of my rock stars. He's all over the place. He was just featured in a very, very large internet launch for his accomplishments. He's become a six-figure earner. I have many of them. So we won't listen to Wes, but you can go find him on the internet. And then there's another video that we won't be watching. Okay, let me tell you where you can find out more stuff about me, what I do. First of all, there's my blog, the ones that I told you not to get. Now, there's my site, DianeHochman.com. I put up stuff, training there all the time. There's videos, there's audios. Guys, I work with home and small businesses. You are a home business. So my information is not network marketing specific, but I am of the network marketing industry, love the network marketing industry. So when I talk to network marketers, I talk in network marketing terms. If you come to my site and you read something that doesn't make sense for network marketing, I work with plumbers. I work with anybody who has a home or a small business. So understand that. There are certain things that are not applicable to you. Does that make sense? I don't want you to get confused. This is the name of my organization, the Home and Small Business Network. We hold free webinars, free conference calls, free training. We teach the basics of internet marketing. I'm talking the basics. We don't do advanced on purpose. We also are just about to open a site. Right now, if you go there, it's like a little capture page where I capture your identity, where we can email you stuff, but we're about to open our community, conversation, dialogues, groups, all that type of stuff. It's free, it's open to the public, and there are areas in it that are specifically for network marketers. It is generic. If you come on there and put your junk about your opportunity, you will be kicked out very, very quickly, okay? Respect your colleagues. I know you all do. This has been a remarkable weekend. I haven't seen anybody doing anything funky. So thank you to all of you for respecting your colleagues. Yeah, Donna, the environment is huge. You guys have all respected each other enough to not go there, and it's huge. Everybody in the room has a business. So same thing on the site. Everybody there has a business, okay? I mentioned my mentor over and over. He's the one who taught me to think. He gave me certain philosophies. His name is Joe Schroeder. That's our mastermind community. He has a CD offer there. If you ever want to hear Joe, Joe is not for everybody, but if he's for you, you'll know it in about a minute. Network marketer for many, many years, top of his pay plan, semi-retired. He teaches mindset and philosophy, business philosophy. I do run live events. The next one's coming up in July. It's called Instant Marketing Professional. I do 2 full days of teaching you soup to nuts. We go in depth creating your 90-day marketing plan, learning how to do all these different things on the internet, soup to nuts, but it's very simple. How to explain it? It's very newbie friendly, and yet if you're more advanced, you'll learn nuances that are dramatic. It's a very small group. I only take 20 people at a time on purpose. So that's coming up. And then I also do another workshop called Instant Marketing Celebrity. By all rights, I should not be here with you. I'm also speaking at another event in a couple weeks in front of 1,000 people with top people in the internet marketing, network marketing world. And by all rights, I shouldn't be here, and yet I should. You'll find me at home in flip-flop. Well, I don't do flip-flops, sneakers, ponytail. I do not run a large corporation like some of my colleagues. I'm a housewife, I'm a mom. You'll find me at the kids' music rehearsals, etc. I don't have this big conglomerate thing. It's just not what I wanted while my children were growing. Now they're about to go on their way, so who knows what the next 10 years will bring. But Instant Marketing Celebrity is all about positioning, pecking order. Let's face it, guys, I'm standing in a room talking to you, and I'm a good earner, but not like some of the ladies you heard from. And by all rights, and in many ways, I shouldn't be here. And yet, because of the way I've positioned myself and the way I've crafted my image and my narrative, you should write that word down too, narrative, which is your story but expanded dramatically, I'm included on a platform with many of the people that I've studied for many years. Marketing is about positioning and people seeing you as an authority and a go-to person. And that's what Instant Marketing Celebrity is. So the 2 workshops, what happens, and only 10 people can come to Instant Marketing Celebrity. So what happens is on Friday, I bring in the advanced group. We do a whole workshop, and we teach them all this stuff. Then on Saturday and Sunday, unbeknownst to the participants of the Saturday and Sunday event, the people from Friday are being positioned, and we're actually photographing them and videotaping them. And you too can have a color form if you want. We do those. Videotape interviews, teaching you everything about how to handle yourself on video, et cetera, et cetera. And there's my Facebook page if you want to come give me a wave and say hi. And those of you that are on Facebook watching or watching live stream, I know a bunch of you were doing Facebook comments. I love you guys. Thank you. And, oh, by the way, tell me, oh, I wanted to go back. Tell me, how cute is that? I'm sitting on top of the Facebook thing. I mean, come on. That's advanced color forms. Guys, I think they passed out, you have my picture and my email. That really is my email. Please email me. Ask me questions, anything you need. If it takes me a few days to get back to you, don't be offended. But that really is my email. And I gave you my picture because I know you all want it for your refrigerator. And then what I did today is instead of giving you a whole big deal of all kinds of stuff, I've just created a site. I'll show you that really quick, and we're done. And we're done. Hang on. And I want to show you before we go. Guys, this is Elizabeth, and she's sitting over there, and I got to maximize this. Elizabeth is an 18-year veteran in the industry. She has never done anything online. We really quick, it's not sized right, and you can't see it, but we really quick whipped up a great page for her. 18-year-old home business success story, shares her tips, her top tips on how to find the right home business for you. By the way, if she said, hey, I'm recruiting for XYZ company, would you sign up? But if she says, I'm an 18-year industry veteran, and I'm going to give you tips, are you likely to put your name and email in? Right? You see the difference? It's an audio. She wasn't comfortable with video just yet, so we did an audio. Sorry, I don't know how to make this bigger. I told you I don't know how to run my computer. But let me show you this. That's the page that I just gave you the URL to that's on the little paper. You put in your name and your email. I'm capturing you. I'm getting it. If you don't put in your name and email, you won't get free stuff and cool stuff, so up to you. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm looking for people that are looking for me. You may not be one of my 10,000. That's my philosophy. But when you go there, that little video, we just cut it. You know, that one was cut yesterday. Jess helped me cut one outside. These were all done, uploaded, quick, lickety-split. I've given you guys all a free trial if you want to see the site that I use to do these with. They're very easy. It's inexpensive. You get a couple referrals. It's free. You get a 45-day free trial. Even if you don't use it long term, you can play with it. Play with it. You can't break it. Learn how to build. You could build a site like this in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I wish I could show you them live. We don't have time. But I think that's it. And what I did do before we go is, why is my computer doing weird stuff? It's like not wide. Oh well. This was Kimber and Jody, their video from yesterday. Oh, I told you how to make these videos. I put that in there. Make sure you opt in. I'll show you how to make those videos for free. They're really cool, aren't they? Would you like to have a website in 5 minutes with one of those cool looking videos? Make a video for yourself and watch it every morning with all your dream stuff. Okay? The video that they showed you guys at the beginning of the event, I just whipped it up so that you guys can see. We put a headline, it's not too late, get details on the next event. And it's a fun little video. Any of these things can be made. And by the way, if you like Elvis, you can put an Elvis video in there. And then put like Elvis, me too. So that's it, guys. I know we had to cram a lot in really quick. I hope it helped. Did you guys get at least a couple of revelations? A couple of good ideas? Very good. Eat something, will you people? Go to dinner, or I'm sure they have announcements before.
Thanks, Diane. I love you.
I love you too, Donna.
All right, guys. Remember, you definitely want to be back. We're going to push this back 15 minutes. I'll find Janine. 7:30, back in this room. We have 2 incredible powerhouse speakers that will end up our night. And go eat.